Hi everyone, I'm Lauren, and for my Smart Spot today, I'm going to be sharing best practices for blog formatting in HubSpot. So here we go. So first, you'll just want to go ahead and create your blog post. And I typically choose inline edit mode. You can also choose draft mode depending on your preference. Okay, and first I will go to settings and just choose the blog title. Okay, and then you'll choose author and the appropriate tag or category for your blog. And this one I'm just going to choose healthcare marketing. And then I'll put in the meta description. And if there's an appropriate campaign that you're using for a particular set of blogs, or maybe you're promoting a webinar or something, then you can choose the campaign there. But I'm just going to leave this for now, and we'll get back to the featured image in a minute. Next, you'll want to paste in your blog copy. Okay, and I just kind of go through first and try to get rid of all of the extra spaces that are there, which there can be a lot when it's a longer post. So just go through, get rid of those. Okay, and when you get to the end of your post, you can choose the call to action that you want to use. For this one, I'm just going to use the digital marketing ebook that we have. Okay, and then so for any links that you have, which there are a ton in this particular blog, but you'll want to have them open in a new window, just kind of for a better user experience so that they're not being taken away from your blog page. And when appropriate, you can also tell search engines not to follow the link, which this tells you pretty much if you can't confirm a link's security or accuracy, or if it's a paid link, you wouldn't want a search engine to follow it. So I'm not going to do all of the links, but you'd want to go through and do that for all of the links on your page. You'll see that for my headers, they're already formatted to H2, which is what most headers will be. I had these formatted in Word, which is why they're already formatted, but typically you would probably have to add them. And you may use other ones, particularly H3, if you have a numbered blog post, like, 3 steps to something. But for this one, they're just going to be H2s. Okay. And you'll also want to add your read more separator, where you want your blog to cut off in a preview. And now I'm going to insert the image. And you can either use an image that's already in HubSpot. You can also upload, choose from a URL, Dropbox, Google Drive, lots of options there. Okay, but I already have the image ready, so I'll just go ahead and add that. One thing to note is that images shouldn't be typically larger than 100 kilobytes, maybe 200 for quality's sake. But try to stick to that. And for our blog, I just know that our maximum width is 728. So I'll always do that for any images that we have that are the size of the blog across. But you can also align it to the right, and then it'll automatically format it. And then I'll add a little extra space just so the words aren't so close to the image. But for this, I will just leave it at the maximum width. Okay. And and one more thing to note for the image, you'll want to make sure that there's an alt text there. So for this one, healthcare technology trends, which I'll name the image usually when I download it, just so I don't have to worry about it when I add it to the blog. But that's something that you should do, particularly for SEO and search engines. because images do come up in search, and it's an opportunity to optimize for your site, and you wouldn't want something like Shutterstock 44235, something like that showing up as the alt text. Now I'm going to go back to settings, and you'll see, because we have the featured image turned on already, that the image pulls as the featured image. In cases where you have several images in your blog, you might want to choose or make sure that you've chosen the one that you want featured, which will show up in the email that goes out to your blog subscribers. And it will also show up in your main list view on your blog, which you can preview. So you'll see that that's the image that's going to come up. Another thing to note, if you use HubSpot's content strategy tool, you'll want to connect your blog post with the appropriate core topic, and then also choose the supporting topic, which this one we don't have yet, but it's an easy way to make sure that everything's connected ahead of time. Okay, and then finally, you'll go to your publishing and scheduling options. We'll say that we're scheduling for later. And if you have your social auto publishing turned on or enabled in HubSpot, you can go ahead and choose your messaging there, choose a hashtag, and how you want to have this appear on social media. For Twitter, you can change it to a photo post only. That's not something that's available. You can replace the image if you want a different image by chance, but usually it's easiest. And for continuity, it's better to just use the image in the blog. But you could just write something like this. And then an appropriate hashtag, or maybe healthcare trends, something like that. But you'll want to research hashtags just to make sure you're using one that's relevant and people in your audience are looking for. Okay, so I'll save that. And then from there, you can schedule. So that's pretty much it. And I'm just going to do a quick recap of kind of a checklist for your blog formatting. So when you put in your blog title, just make sure that it's less than 60 characters, just for SEO purposes, so it doesn't get cut off on the search engine results page. Make sure you update your blog URL, include a meta description, format your headers to either H2 or H3, include an appropriate call to action for that blog. Make sure your image is the right size, and also include an alt tag, and plan to promote on social media with the appropriate hashtags. And finally, schedule on a date and time that's good for your audience. Thanks for watching, and check out more smart spots soon.